Hey y'all, APG Jamie here, and today we're going to do our arm's length test tour, as you saw on the thumbnail title and all that kind of stuff. So this is my laptop. I figured it's probably about the best place to start. Okay. So let me get my little pointing device. So when I am filming, there's a lot of wobbling in this one, y'all. Here's my stick. This is where my camera normally goes, which means this is about eye level for me. So when I turn over here, as you can see, I'm pretty far away from the laptop. This is when I'm live streaming, y'all. I have to get up out of my chair. I have to scooch up here and scooch up here until I can read it. Just saying, just so you know. It's my excuse, stick and do it. So we're going to start off right here next to the laptop. I keep a baggie with some cut and dry foam in there that has black archival ink. I have a frog that holds handy dandy little things for photographing, photography, like things of me. It's me. How's that view? Is it blurry? Because I can't tell. I keep a bottle of black archival re-inker. I have a can, that's a pretty can I made. There's a video on it. I think I'm going to put autofocus back on, y'all. We'll see if that helps. It could just be me. Put autofocus on. Maybe we'll get more better. Yeah, I think that's better. Sorry for all of us that don't like it too much. I know, it's a wiggly wonky because I'm holding the camera in my hand, all right? So anyway, I keep notes and stuff in there sometimes. And we're going to come down just a wee bit. Right here is a tear ruler that I made, and it hooks on a tack right there on the side. Okay. And this is a wire rack that slips onto a shelf, and I find it extremely, sorry y'all, this is harder, so much harder than I anticipated. And this is like the 15th time I've done it, just saying. I was working with my camera and it's full. So anyway, I keep notes and templates and quotes and my schedule on there, and this is a bunch of returned mail that I'm going to have to get to sooner or later. You can see it. Pile of returned mail. Corner rounders, always at the ready. A Dollar Tree container with various punches in it. They're pretty handy to have right here. It doesn't quite close quite like it should, but that's okay. And it's a little heavy to use with one hand, y'all. On top of, let me move that, put that returned mail back on top of there. All of a sudden it got real southern, y'all. More southerner. So in this one, or on top of it, I keep some little tiny metal thingies. Two of them. This one has notepads and stuff like that, because while I'm filming, I keep track of my ingredients in a notebook here. That one's almost full. This one will be next. Not that it matters. That clickety-clack noise is one of the dogs coming in and out of the little doggy door over there. So we're going to put this stuff back. I find it very helpful if I put stuff back, y'all. I have an ink pen, very handy right here in that handy dandy ink pen holder. It's a journal thing. I believe I have video on that too. Just saying. Here is a pencil. Back to this crate, I have more notepad, a watercolor book thingy, evidently journal signature and a color wheel. All right, backing up just a hair. Looking down, wiggling, wobbling, making everybody see it. We have our xylophone. It's not always here. Sometimes I store it over there on the table. I just have it here for my intro for this one. Apollo magazines. There's that book I keep notes in. Here is another wire rack, shelf rack thing. And under here I just shove whatever I shove under there at that time. I'm going to drop down just a little bit lower, trying to keep an eye on the screen. This is a table that holds my floor lamp that provides what I find to be adequate lighting for the videos. On there I keep my Xyron sticker doohickey and my 2.5-inch punch for making artist trading coins. Okay, I'm going to back up and spin you, hopefully not making you too nauseous. Okay, now we're to the first Rascog, whatever, however you want to say it, rolly cart that sits on my left as I'm working. And in it, we have on it, we have a basket. I believe I picked these square ones up at Daiso, however you want to pronounce that. Excuse me, y'all. In Texas, they're down here in Katy, and that's about 5 hours away. No, it's not 5 hours. A couple hours, though. So, I think that's where I got those. Okay. Here is another basket that came from somewhere else. I think it's an over-the-door thing. I don't know. And it holds my ATGs, Advanced Tape Gliders. Then hanging on that, I have another over-the-door hook thing that holds scissors and some double-sided tape, a couple binder clips, and a distilled water spritz bottle. We're going to come back up to this top section. In here I keep some other punches that are way more easier to get than the one in the box. There's mostly for making thumbnail notches and that kind of thing. In here I have some washi tape that I'm not real fond of. Get out of there. Come on. I'm not real fond of that particular one, so I use it to hold things temporarily. And I got some mark making tools in there as well. Here I have my blending tools, and I keep the foam pads in this as taught to me by Stacy of Pink Poodle Crafts. Be part of the Poodle Pack, y'all. Anyway, I've got a date stamp, some acrylic blocks, my Purple Door stamp is in there. I have small archival ink pads in both of these boxes at the ready. And let's spin the cart. It's on wheels, y'all, and I like that. Okay. So we're going to drop down just a wee bit. In these pencil bags from the Dollar Tree, I keep my Tim Holtz paper dolls. This box here has a bunch of ephemera in it, as well as some sitting over here. I've got words, my own computer printed words and phrases and sentiments and stuff. Down on the bottom shelf, I have my platform with my fun foam in there. I'm trying to watch the screen too. I've got a piece of thick foam that I use for stamping as well. I have a self-healing cutting mat. I have my wonderful envelope maker that I use frequently. Okay, and then I've got some other junk that I really don't use. It's just storage. Underneath here is my scoreboard And I have glued 2 little boards from a wooden sign from the Dollar Tree. I glued those onto the bottom rung here, and I am able to slide. Works better with my other hand, y'all. My scoreboard there. So let me stack. Now we're going to come back onto the desktop. I was bent over and make you tired. So up here I have a OT light that I got on clearance from Tuesday morning. I don't know how much I paid for it, but trust me when I say it weren't much, y'all. Let me go on the other side of the stick. Maybe we can see more butter. Here is my distressed oxides in a shoebox. I recommend, if you're going to get shoe boxes, to get them from Walmart. The wonderful store of Walmart with where people go shopping in their pajamas and house shoes, if we're lucky. I recommend getting them from there because they're 88 cents a piece from the Walmart, whereas they're $1 at the Dollar Tree. Just saying. So I've got distressed oxides in here, and I've got my Delusions paints in here. As you can see, they're labeled. Maybe you can see, maybe you can't see. Over here, I've got a washi tape and washi tape. Washi. Okay, and it's in a wooden crate as well. I love these, y'all. This is working so perfectly well for me. So here I have a cleaning pad thingy for stamps. I keep my big black stamp pad out because I use it more than any other. As you can see, it's the big one. And in this one, I have my Nuvo expanding paste. When you hit it with the heat gun, it expands. It's so cool. If you don't hit it with the heat gun, it naturally dries, and it can be shiny. When you hit it with the heat gun to expand it, it's not shiny anymore, okay? It's matte. In here, I have miscellaneous ink pads, and I don't know what else is in there. Just ink pads and whatever. And this one, I have my Brie Reese modeling paste. Here I have a couple of acrylic blocks. And these are silverware divider things from the Dollar Tree. In this one that I keep on top, I have pins of various things, various kinds of pins. Here's a super glue. And I have a spare bottle of my favorite glue. I have a piece of foam board that I cut to fit, and it's wider than the container so that it will set on top, and I can set that other one on top of it. And in this one I have a small tripod, and and some little picky tools, embossing, Marvy embossing pins. Okay, here's that little thing. And it slides right in there. I mean, just perfectly, y'all. Just perfectly. And then, because they don't have lids, because they're for drawers. Anyway, it works for me. Oh, and hanging on a cup hook right here, I have another bottle of distilled water. This is the one I reach for most because I'm right-handed and it's on the right. And we will drop down just a wee bit. I have it up, this crate up on a shelf because I love having this space down here. It's where I would slide excess paper and pages and stuff to get it out of the way. When I had the crate sitting straight up on my desktop, I sorely missed this space. So I got it back by setting it up on a rack, and I have a basket from the Dollar Tree, I think. Anyway. And in it, I keep papers, spare card stock, because sometimes you need a little something to stamp on. And I have a piece of my handy dandy, super non-sticky baking parchment paper, y'all. This is the, I'll tell you because I just saw it. This is the battery to my laptop that no longer charges. This laptop up here. which incidentally is truly held together with duct tape. Okay? Got it. So we'll go back down underneath here because I jiggle joggle. Sorry, y'all. In this box, I have artist trading cards and artist trading coins that are available for trade. In this box, I keep my paper clips, my altered paper clips, which this year I'm doing. This year being 2020, I'm doing a quarterly videos on those. I'm going to skip that for just a moment, and we're going to turn over here. This is immediately on my right at my elbow as I'm sitting in my chair. I have my water bucket. I have my eye can that has some of my most frequently used brushes. Most of them are Carpy, but I love them. And I have my bottle of matte medium. And this is my floor lamp that has, as you can see, shining brightly. I'm going to raise the camera up. My lights that all point down to my workspace. Okay? Now I'm going to pull my chair up so I can sit down for this part, y'all. Ah, that's more better. I'm trying not to jiggle too much. I've seen other people's arm's length videos, and they're so professional and so lovely. Ah. Anyway, this is one of my favoriteest tools. I use it absolutely every single time I work. Let me turn this lamp off. See if that'll help not blind you. Okay, maybe. This is my tool can. Let me move this water bottle off the hook too. My tool can that I thought I had a video on, but I didn't. I'm going to work on that, y'all. If it's not out already, it will be sooner or later. Anyway, the cans are affixed onto another can, okay, which sits on a Lazy Susan, a wooden Lazy Susan I got from IKEA. Does that make you dizzy? Okay, good. So on here I have a can that I've not decorated that I keep my favorite glue in, upside down with the lid on, okay, so that it's always ready. Let me get my other pointer. I have art glitter glue, other kinds of glue in those bottles, and here I have gift cards, key cards, that kind of thing for scraping purposes. Up here on this can, I have stuck a piece of that magnetic tape stuff. It's really not that great, but it holds safety pin, or not safety pins, sewing pins and stuff like that, so you can poke out the top of a pointy lid that is clogged up. And we're going to turn it. Here I have lotions for my hands, gloves in a bottle, and whatever that is. In this can that is affixed to all my cans except the one glue can is affixed to the main can in the center. This one holds my palette knives. It's got a toothbrush in there and a my Texas size tweezers, yeah, because we need those. All right, we're going to turn it. Here I have one of those cushiony foam sanding blocks. I have double-sided tape and regular clear tape. In this nice square-ish Spam can. Yes, we like Spam. We're in the South and we like Spam. I have a foot scrubber thing. It's great for distressing paper and stuff like that. I've got my favorite extra water brush and various other pens. What are those? Sharpies. Okay. Okay. Looking at screen. Yep, we're still looking okay. This is a really pretty box that I painted, y'all. Here's the blocks that I did with my initials on there. APG Jamie, that's who you're watching in case you forgot. In here I have some liquid glue basting for fabric. Anyway, beautiful box. I tell you what, I just loved it. I bought it Well, I painted it for another project. Then I didn't like that project, so I threw the other half away. Just saying. Kept this part because I love it. And inside of this handy dandy beautiful box, we have thread. I have some silver, black, gold, and then these are from the Dollar Tree. They're like plastic thread, y'all, but they're pretty and they look okay all knotted up, you know, and wadded up underneath something. They did not come on these plastic things. They came, how did they come? I think they were on plastic spools, but they wouldn't fit in my box, y'all. So I took them off and put them on embroidery cards, embroidery floss cards. And now they fit in my box perfectly, y'all. I mean, just serendipity at its best. Okay, scooch back in there. Get in there. One-handed. Okay. Goes back in there. Now, I will go over this in my video whenever I make it, if it's not already made. That there is a lip. Here's the center can, but there's a lot of lip on this particular Lazy Susan that gives me adequate room to set things. And I love, that is one of the many things. Okay, it's stuck on something. Get off of there. Now things are going to start falling. Okay, you go back there. Oh, I have a hook. I put a hook on it, but I don't use the hook. But it's affixed on there, so I can't take it off. Well, I probably could. I just don't feel like it. So over here I have a smaller can, and in it I have various erasers, pencil sharpeners, some note paper, and oh, sorry. I have to shift sometimes, and my hands just do weird things. Anyway, I have junk in there. Here's another piece of that magnetic tape, and it's got a pin on it as well, so no matter which way I turn my Lazy Susan, I have a pin at my disposal. This one holds my cutting devices, which would be some of my favorite tools, scissors tools, bone folders, but they're not real bones, okay? I've got this Fiskars, or Fiskars, however you want to pronounce it, hole punchers. A set of 3 are in there. We're going to turn. We've got a kind of like a Crazy 8, magic Crazy 8 ball where you can turn it and it says, yes, yes, this is going to be a good video. That's there. Couple of different size staplers. Let me go back to my pointer. In this can, I have my most used pencils. I have charcoal pencil and pens and some pen glue and my favorite water brush and a white pencil and my Stabilo all and a highlighter in there and another pair of tweezers. These are smaller. Well, they're still big, but they're smaller. whatever that means. We have paper clips and whiteout. We're going to turn just a little bit. And now we're back over here to the glue. Okay. Now, I'm trying not to move too fast, but I don't know. Inside this can, I have another can, and on top of it is yet another can. It's a can tool, caddy thing. Anyway, in this section here, I keep rulers. Okay, I have rulers. I just don't answer to them. Up here, I have less frequently used brushes and taller brushes that I have not taken the handles or broken the handles off of. They're just, you know. So that's one of my favoriteest tools, and I use it every single time I make anything. So let me put my water back. I'm trying real hard to put things back. Okay. Okay. So now I'm going to stand up. I'll probably try to pause this part of the video for y'all. Here we are at the Rascog that sits on my right hand side. Okay. In it, Hold your lunches, squint your eyes. I have another basket. It's hard to get baskets to fit these unless you buy the Roscog Rolly Cart from Michael's, okay? I have this basket attached, and in it I hold my gessos. This one's almost empty, that's why it's laying on the side. All right. So on top, let me move that bottle. I have baby wipes at the ready, and I have craft paints. Okay. I also have my fancy palettes. They tuck in. Oh, except that one. They tuck in very nicely most of the time. Be nice. Right there. Okay. I'm going to spin it. On this side, I have some of those big magnetic hooks from Dollar Tree, and they hold a couple of hole punches. My crop-a-dial, big bite, whatever that thing is, sits there. I've got another crop-a-dial thingy here and a couple of corner rounders. And in this can is my infamous heat gun, y'all. Anyway, all this I can reach as I'm sitting in my chair. I may have to shuffle a little bit. Down here in this can, I have some extra hole punches. And I think there's extra craft paints or something in that bag. I don't remember what's in that bag. I'm going to edit to add this in. I forgot to show you. I'm sitting in my chair, and this is on my right side. I can reach this. Is my cutter, and then my my book that I use to glue on, not glue in, but glue on, into that. We're going to spin the cart back around. I have a second one of those hooks over the cabinet door hooks, but I've not put anything on it yet. Let me spin it. I can't see the camera from here, y'all, so I don't know what y'all seeing. Here is a clothes hanger that I altered to put a roll of paper towels on. Works fairly well. I wouldn't say it's tremendously well, but it's fairly well. Let's see, can we see okay? Sort of. So I've got some more of those square baskets from the Daiso. In here I've got my embossing pillow thing that I made. Some various stuff. This is a mixture of Elmer's glue and original tacky glue. This bottle's too tall to fit in this part. Basket's coming off. So it sits in there. Some handy rags. Underneath here. There's nothing I can do about the lighting, y'all. Sorry. Sorry. I've got extra craft paints. I've got my Vivid Ultra Metallic Silver. And I have some Goldens and other professional paints in there. In this shoebox is all my sprays. When I want to spray, I pull the whole box out, but I have to use both hands because I'm not strong enough to do it with just one. So I'm going to spin to the opposite side, and I can spin the card as I'm sitting. I've got my jumbo Texas size scissors. And yeah, that's extra craft paints in there. So that is that Roscog Rolly Cart, whatever you want to call it. Underneath here I have a garage style extra plug outlet thing because I am not by a wall. This is an island that my husband and I built back when we first had the studio built to specifically go in here for me to work on. It is made from let me tuck underneath there now that you can see. That is two different kitchen cabinets that has the drawer cabinets. We adhered them together, set them on top of 2x4, put some heavy duty wheels under it, And we made a plywood top. Lighting. A plywood top. And it overhangs this side. The other side doesn't overhang very much at all because that's where the drawers are. And it's easy enough to get up and go over there and get something out of that. And that essentially is my arm's length video, my desktop. From here, we swing to the left. We can see our stencil storage, our sink, another Rascog over there that's got our scuff stuff in it, and my napkins, a table that is still holding multiple upcoming projects because that's the way I roll. And then we're going to swing back to the right, trying to swing slowly-ish. And we can see, sort of maybe, in the milk crate over there is scrapbook paper and stuff, and then there's the filing cabinet, my notebooks that have all my stamps in them and various stuff. And inside the cabinets is some other ephemera that y'all have seen before, probably, maybe not, I don't know. And that's where I keep my diamonds, y'all. And so as I'm sitting here, if I think I need something, I could pretty much look around and go, aha, we'll need some fabric, which is in those cabinet doors there. So I guess we're going to wrap it up. Thanks for watching, and happy arting, y'all.